Hello, everybody. It's your girl, DAZZLE, and I am back to do a reaction video. And I wanted to do this reaction video because I've seen so many clips, and this isn't really... Okay. I've seen a lot of people talk about this. And what they're talking about is the fight itself and not what led up to it or anything else like that. And if they're saying it like that, they're just putting it in this girl's favor. And I'm pretty sure you know by the title what I'm talking about, so I don't have to go into detail about it. But for those who don't know, I just want you guys to just open your ears and just listen to everything that's going on. And I'm going to react to it. And if you hear something that you don't like either, tell me about it. Okay? So I like to, what I'm saying, just get everything, just get everybody's opinion, right? And of course, you're going to hear things from certain people that you don't like, and it's going to be offensive, okay? So let me go ahead and start playing it. And mind you, this is fair use. This is from Fresh and Fit podcast. Hopefully they don't strike me or anything like that. So let's get into it. Ooh, let me turn it on, you guys.
It's just, I'm like, where's the
water? It's because you...
I actually got a question for you, Tommy, and I'm really not trying to offend you.
If you start off with saying...
Now, hold on, wait. I want you guys to know the whole situation. So, Chay is an IG model, but she's also an OnlyFans model / porn star. And Tommy Sotomayor is a YouTuber who has a lot of disdain for black women because he's always talking about certain black women, right? And, he's known for that. That's how we got his following. He's in the manosphere, whatever the case may be. And he's also an OnlyFans model porn star. And they hooked up because it was him, Chay, and Shay's Latino friend or light-skinned friend. And all of them was going to come together and do like this type of threesome on OnlyFans and this, that, and the third. And we already talked about it. But however, the finesse was supposed to be a finesse, but it's not a finesse. Obviously, something happened and Chay ended up not being the one chosen to perform on OnlyFans or with him or whatever the case may be. But however, her light-skinned friend / Latino friend got chose. So that's the pretense, right? And they already had some type of connection. And basically, like, he had her number, she had his already, and pretty much they've already been talking. He already knew her father passed away. He gave his condolences. So many things. So my thing is this, though. Before she asked this question, she had every chance to ask this question outside of Fresh and Fit. And mind you, she said a week or so ago, she stopped following him because she's seen what he will post. And she's like, why doesn't he like black women? It sounds crazy, this, that, and the third. So she got hung up off of that and blocked him, stopped following him. Right? So my thing is this. You could have talked about that. What's up? What's up, Art? How are you? But, okay, my thing is, you could have had that conversation outside of Fresh and Fit. Now, mind you, Tommy Sotomayor does not like black women that much. But Fresh and Fit don't like dark-skinned women that much either. So, if you look at the setup, she's the only dark-skinned woman on there. And other than that is white women and Spanish women. You see what I'm saying? So that's the setup. So you knew you was going on to that type of setup. I'm sorry. You knew how he was before 2 weeks ago, but you was willing to lay down and make money with him. So was it because you didn't have sex with him? Or you couldn't have sex with him, or you wanted him in some type of way? I think so. But that's just my opinion or my, what I got esoterically or what I got through tarot, you know what I'm saying, from a previous video that I uploaded. That's what I got from that. I feel like everything ain't clean. And then if you are in so much disdain for this man, what's up? What's up, Adrian? Yes, it is crazy. So, hey, baby. But yeah, so if you have so much disdain for this man, why are you sitting beside him? And you had every right to leave if you were uncomfortable. That's how I know that she was not uncomfortable. She was comfortable. But I felt like that conversation, the question that she's about to ask, she had so many weeks to ask this question privately. So I feel like it's a setup to me.
I hope that you really don't feel that type of way.
I don't feel like that's what I was trying to tell her. Like, I was going to say that. That was going to be my closing. Anybody that knows me knows I like a conversation for the sake of the conversation.
Yeah.
At the end of the conversation, I'm like, I was in debate club. When you get through with it, you shake hands. When you get through playing basketball, you don't get mad because you won or you lost. It's a part of the competition. Okay. We are supposed to be here to entertain, enlighten, and educate a little bit. Okay. And so when I was talking to her, I was just trying, and the same with you or anybody else, I challenged them. Yeah. You should want to be challenged if you're having a discussion. Why is it that we can only talk to people who agree with us?
Facts.
That's what's making America like
can I ask
salt.
that question? Yeah.
That was the question.
No, it wasn't. So I don't know if you've seen. I unfollowed you.
Oh shit!
I will, but only if it's convenient for me to follow you. So can you turn that shit off?
No, they can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, so I unfollowed you because every time I go on my Instagram, I see you downplaying black women, as in to the point where I don't see no other race. But you always posting something about a black woman did this or what they're doing. And I'm like, nigga, you black yourself. What are you?
Okay, no, here's what I want to say about that. Now, knowing the backstory, she, like I said, she had every chance to ask him this, right? Beforehand. When she got upset and stopped and unfollowed him, she could have asked him about that then. So I feel like, yes, art, it could be staged. That's for one. For two, my thing is read the room as well. It's like you want him to talk about it, but you guys aren't even in the setting where that serious conversation should even be taking place for real. And not with you being the only dark-skinned woman amongst a whole bunch of white women that's not like you, that's not your skin folk. You're sitting here wanting to have that conversation around them. And I'm like, they're not about to understand our plight or your plight. So I feel like it could have been just better left outside of it. And if y'all had a report anyway, that's why I feel like it's staged. I think she just wanted to put him on blast. I think she just wanted to talk about the fact that they had sex, okay? Or they was supposed to have sex. That's what it is. And you know what? I'm going to get to that too, because when I get to this part, this is what blows me. This is why I don't like listening to like the manosphere or certain women. I don't like to listen to, most of the time I stop listening to pro-black content creators because I feel like a lot of them race bait. And I feel like it's only for clicks, views, and subscribers, because she just used this whole narrative of why she don't feel like he's right for saying this about black women just to come out and say that y'all was supposed to have sex. I don't know. To me, it just sounds very like, But go ahead. Let me see. Let me continue.
What are you doing? So I got tired of seeing it. And I want to just say the one that got to me, the one that made me unfollow you, was the one with the lady that had the wig or something like that. And I guess you know which one I'm talking about.
I don't, because I talk about ladies in wigs a lot. So I was like, what?
Exactly, and they're all black. So it's just like, I was cool. You know, I was really cool, everything, but.
What was it on there that bothered you? What was it about that post?
It was specifically, you were saying something about, I guess, she was playing you or something. Somebody that reported your page. I don't really know it.
And then you don't have proof or evidence of what you were mad at. And see, I'm like this too. I feel like she should have screenshotted it. So if she was going to bring it up, she could have just been like, look, this is what I'm mad at. And this is what I got offended by. And this is why I unfollowed you. So she's coming on there and she doesn't really have any evidence of why she unfollowed him. She can't even really tell you the whole situation that happened, which means to tell me it's a good chance that you've been knew the content he created before y'all got together on OnlyFans. Because why would you want to have sex with Tommy Sotomayor? He ain't that cute. And he looked dusty. So, honestly, you knew that he had some type of clout in YouTube. So, you kind of already knew what type of content he had. So, was it because he didn't? That's why I'm asking, was it because he didn't pick you that now you're upset with his content? Because I guarantee you, she probably already knew about his content. That's how I feel. And I feel like he looked like the dude from Cameo. But I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. So there's no way you can tell me, and you're like, oh, I just wanted the bag, because he was supposed to pay them $5,000 a piece or something like that, right? And it went left, and her friend got it, and she didn't. So I'm like, are you still upset at that? You wasn't upset about his content before y'all met on IG, most likely. So whatever his IG content was, you seen it already. We're not going to act like she ain't already see that. So despite what he thinks about dark-skinned women, she was willing to create an Oreo sandwich with him. You know, 2 dark-skinned people in the vanilla. Yeah, she was willing to create that Oreo sandwich with him. She didn't care about how he felt about dark-skinned women. She had no problem with his rhetoric until he didn't choose her. And we're going to get to that. And I find it funny that she sat right beside him. Why would you sit right beside somebody you don't like? Talking about something, oh, it's all Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit probably did know about all that, and probably did set it up. And guess what? They were cackling in the background. They were hyping it up in the background. So it does look staged. And she's acting like she didn't know that he was going to beat it. No, it sounded like you was ready to go there. Because you're asking him this in this environment, and he looks uncomfortable to even answer because that's not what he came there for. But go ahead. And that's not me taking up for Tommy, but I just gotta call a spade a spade. Both of them end up being wrong. She was wrong in the beginning, and then he started being wrong from going back and forth with her. And then she's wrong for getting up because she felt like she was losing an argument. But go ahead. Let me go ahead.
Oh, I unfollowed you about a week ago, so I really don't remember. It was around my dad's death, but I didn't want to see it on my TL because I'm like, damn, Tommy, like, I thought you was better than that.
Better than what? Well, okay. I explain it to people like this. One, I don't understand why black women get to tell a black man because you're black, you can't talk about this group.
You can't.
Well, hold on. If you go to ESPN, you're going to get sports. You're not going to get politics, you're going to get sports. So when people come to me, they're going to hear me talk about what I think is the problem. Okay. I think we have a lot of issues, and I think they are starting with the idea of our women. So I will speak on that. Now, you can go to another guy and hear him young Pharaoh tell you about how black women are God and then cheat on y'all and beat you. You can go hear that if you want. But I think it's odd that you're willing to listen to somebody tell you how great you are and you kings and queens and how you're the most beautiful thing on the earth, but you're not listening to somebody say the other side. The same thing I was saying on the discussion. Why not hear more than one side? So you can go to somebody else and hear them tell you all the things that make you feel good. Mm-hmm. But if you come to me, I'm going to tell you the opposite, because why do you need to hear that? And the last thing is, I grew up in a family, and most of us grew up around black folks. If you grew up with a black mom, a black grandmama, or a black aunt, it's funny how we listen to those who supposedly love us, talk to us and say, sit your black ass down, don't do this, slap you when you get. You can listen to your mama who had you talk to that way, but not a guy who you don't know, who you could simply unfollow. That lets me know a lot of people are soft. I can follow someone and I will argue, not you're black, so you can't talk about blacks. I'll say, does what you say have merit?
Okay, so this is what I want to say here. I am so tired of subscribers going to platforms knowing they're going to get gaslit. So at this point, you're a glutton for punishment. At this point, you know who Tommy Sotomayor is. You go to his platform and get upset at what he says. It is freedom of speech. You don't know him. He is not affecting your life. You can click off the internet if you want to. You can click off his channel. You can basically tell YouTube that hide his channel from you. You don't have to participate in what he says. But I do agree with what he's saying. At the end of the day, most of us black women want people to shoot smoke up our ass. They want people to tell us all day, every day that we're doing something right. And if we do something wrong, they have to say it in a soft manner. That's not how life works. When you get scrutinized, you don't get scrutinized in a soft, nice, passive, whatever fucking manner all the time. Sometimes people just tell you, yeah, bitch, you fucked up. Yeah, bitch, you fucked up. Bitch, you got 3 kids with 3 different baby daddies. Yeah, that shit don't look right on your whole facts. So, of course. But, when you get online, this race baiting shit is all of a sudden, well, the person who said that don't like black women, and they don't understand the woman's struggle, and it's the man's fault. No, for real. Stop listening to people that blow smoke up your ass. Stop listening to people that's going to always just say, oh, well, you're right. That's how people lose in life, is by hearing you're right all the time. You're not supposed to be hearing that all the time. You have to hear both sides, right? So, my bad, my family, they came downstairs. Everybody came downstairs at the same time. Oh my God. But you're not supposed to accept just that. That's what I'm saying. So, to me personally, I feel like he's right on that part. And if you don't like what he say, you can just click off. It's not that deep. Okay, well, let me go ahead and finish this. Because now people in my business. See, that's why I don't do stuff on the weekend, y'all.
I don't care if a white person's talking about blacks. Because here's what's funny. You don't want a black man to talk about black women. But if a white woman did it, would you listen to that? Nope. You would say she was racist. And anybody else did. So who can talk about it?
So my problem, I ain't gonna say problem. My whole debate is why you target black. Like, I'm pretty sure white people get on you too. Dominican people get on you too. Why you don't say something about them?
Look, when I say
come
white,
on now, I know every race get on your ass. You're Tommy.
When I say white,
okay, so she asked him a question and he answered it. She didn't like his answer, so she asked him the same question again. She keeps pressing the issue. You already know that he didn't come on there for that. You already know that he felt uncomfortable, for real. You already know that he answered your question. So now at this point, you're trying to sit there and start stuff. You're starting stuff. Now you're looking for something else. What are you looking for? What answer are you looking for? If he answered the first time, believe him. What are you looking for? What do you want from this? What are you trying to get from him? Are you trying to get an apology to black women? Okay, well, that's where your lack of wisdom come in, because obviously he gets paid to say what he says. And he's been saying it for a while. So why would he apologize now and to you? Knowing that how he met you isn't in your crowning glory. He met you trying to make a transaction for OnlyFans. So what makes you think that he was going to give you this grand explanation that made you feel good and blew smoke up your ass? I don't understand that. So honestly, that's her picking at this point. She's picking at that man at that point. But go ahead. And that's just from my perspective, because if he gave you an answer, leave it alone. That was the opportunity for you to just stop. But she don't want to stop. But go ahead.
Women got flat. I did a whole song about white women and they flat ass.
We ain't talking about those songs. We talking about your post.
Maybe
When I say something about white people, they eat it.
Yeah, because he's black.
They eat it. I can get up in the front of a comedy set, and I've done it several times, make fun of the white people in the audience. They eat it. They're not sitting around wearing their emotions on their shoulders, and white men don't go around talking about some call me king because we created the earth. There's only one group of people who keep giving themselves false praise. You want to get mad that somebody's talking about somebody wearing a
Okay, but we should have every right to feel that we
You can, and I have every right to say what I, but listen
exactly.
what you just said. I don't go to other
You should know our background.
No, but yes. So if I want
Exactly.
to speak on it,
So we should have every right to feel that way.
I speak on it because I know the background. So if you can go on your stuff and talk about how great you are, and I don't go on there and tell you can't, why would you follow me, see what I say, then come tell me what I can't say when you said you can say what you want? That's true enough.
That's that bullshit right there. So what you saying is you guys are trying to take... So basically, in a nutshell, what they do to Tommy is try to take away his free speech because they don't like what he's saying. Because to be honest with you, just like there's an area on YouTube that praises black women, there's another area that don't. It's an area on YouTube that, at some point praises whatever type of woman, whatever type of man, there's an area that does that. So why is it that, since I have my beliefs, why should I be going on your channel that don't share my beliefs and getting upset at you? Right? That is messed up. It's no different than telling, because I'm straight, going to a gay person and telling them that they can't be gay. Or I'm a Christian and I go to a Buddhist and tell them that they can't practice their religion. You see what I'm saying? And then I'm going to persecute you. I don't like that. I feel like that's very, very funny. That's why I don't agree with these channels. I don't agree with these people praising her. I don't agree with none of that, because at the end of the day, she could have just logged out of his stuff. That's his right. Even if he is wrong, that's his absolute right to say whatever he wants to say. So if you want to make a response video, you can make a response video, but you can't basically tell him that he can't say something. He can't say something because it triggers you. Because I guarantee you, not everything people say is going to be nice, and it's going to be something that triggers somebody on somebody's channel. But go ahead.
I always say this: black women love to say how strong they are. If you're really strong, other people's opinion shouldn't bother you that much.
It don't bother you.
You're the most.
But why would you want to talk about your own race?
They're not. Listen, see what you're saying? Why would you want to talk about your own race? But if I sit there and said how great they were, you wouldn't say, why would you want to talk about your own race?
Exactly,
So all I
wouldn't.
can do is big up a group of people?
I wouldn't.
So all I can do is big up a group of people? You got to go to somebody else. Go to another dude who talk and big you up. I won't, because it's not my job.
He has an audience, y'all. There's an audience for everybody. His audience don't want to hear him bigging up people all the time. And his audience don't want to hear him, sadly enough, his audience don't want to hear him bigging up black women all the time. They want to hear him and his whole demeanor, everything, his arrogance, his stubbornness, the fact that he is the King of Wands in the reverse, the fact that he is somebody who really do have a problem with women in general, and it's just not black women. That's who he attracts. So why is he going to change his rhetoric because you don't like it? That's what his audience is. That's how he get paid. You see them super chats he get? You see them cash apps he get? Why you think he can fly you out? He can fly your ass out and your friend out because he got an audience that believes in him, that for all extensive purposes, feel some type of way about y'all. So why do you think he's going to change his rhetoric? He's not. Like, and then you keep pressing the issue. It's like, this is when I call it little girl syndrome. Because if you had wisdom, why are you arguing with a fucking coyote with a fox? At this point, it doesn't even matter. At this point, now you want to prove a point. That's the only reason why you keep going back to the same question. And I'm getting irritated because you keep asking him the same question. He already gave you an answer. Now you keep asking it again. Now he's getting irritated. And you can hear it in his voice because the voice is going up because I just answered this question and you keep pushing it. So that's why his voice is going up. That's how I know she started that. But because of the Kwame Browns and because of the other people that don't like him, they're going to make sure to make it seem like this woman was a victim. She's not a victim. Matter of fact, she's a victim of her own shit. This was a learning lesson for her. Because first of all, he's damn near could be her granddaddy. That's for one. And she trying to trick off on him. And she found out that she wasn't that cute because he chose her Latino friend.
You live in America, but you can talk bad about America. They don't kick you out.
He said
Just miss the logic. Completely miss the logic.
Shay, what he's saying is that no one is above criticism.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of where the criticism comes from, if it's a valid critique, a fact is a fact that does not change based on who's necessarily saying it.
They never argue what I say. It's just I'm black and I can't say it, which is a childish argument.
You can say
a midget can't talk about midgets because he's small. A fat girl can't talk about fat girls because she's fat.
That's a good comparison.
And it gets silly. And like I said, when I brought up they're American, they were born in America, but sat right here and dissed the American government and said, all they do is lie. So you can dip, but you're American.
Okay. And my point is, why every time I get on Instagram, you're the only person that's saying the same thing about black women, though? Like, you're the only one. Like, they people say what they say about Fresh and Fit, but I don't see it every day on them. Every time I go on my Instagram, you're just...
Okay, so first of all, that's because you're the only one that you follow him, and he's probably the only person that you follow with that thought process. Because a lot of people on Instagram, and I guarantee you, is more than him with that thought process. That's for one. For two, after a while, I feel like you see it every day because you're looking for it. And again, this is her still pulling at it.
Specifically, only targeting black women. And I didn't like that because I'm like, damn, it ain't that deep. You don't got to go that hard. So what somebody's...
And all the men on there is laughing. So that lets you know something right there. So do they take her seriously? No. Matter of fact, she even said she came on there because she just wanted to see how they would treat her. And they're laughing at her and her strife and her plight about him talking down on dark-skinned women such as her.
Said something about you. That don't mean you got to do a whole post about a black person. I'm pretty sure white people, Dominican people,
Got a post about a white
Puerto
girl
Rican
right
people,
there.
everything say about you.
Is he diminishing them or perfecting them?
He literally tagging the people.
If you
Whoever said that.
No, I'm not.
Okay, I ain't gonna say you're tagging,
See,
but
that's
you're
what I'm saying.
putting
Now
their
you're just gonna
picture.
keep saying
You're putting
things.
their picture on there.
So you get.
You are.
I'm looking at my.
You
I'm
are.
looking at my Instagram right now.
And I
my
follow.
own Instagram.
Do you have white
But I'm
women
looking
on
at my
your...
Instagram
The
right
only
now
way
and
that I
scrolling
felt
my
some
Instagram.
way is because it's
Because
like
you
it's
saw what you
no
wanted
other
to see.
race you go so hard on but your own kind.
And again, I'm pretty sure I can willingly bet money. I can bet $500 right now that she been knew that he went on black women that hard. Because my thing is, again, why are you choosing him to do a threesome on OnlyFans? Why? Because you contacted him on Instagram, right? So you've been seeing his rhetoric on Instagram. Why are you choosing him? No, you've been knew how he was. So it's not about how he is. It's not about what he says because you already knew it. You already seen it on Instagram. How did y'all get together? So this is what I'm saying. Like this is BS to me. That's why I don't like this because the thing is, I don't agree in what he does, but you make me take up for him when you lead with BS like this. Because somebody who know stuff, I mean, this period, you didn't care about his rhetoric before. You cared about his rhetoric after the incident when y'all was supposed to do the OnlyFans. So I don't feel like this right here was needed. This is BS. And she had his number the whole time. And if that really bothered her, how come she couldn't talk to him? They had some type of rapport where basically he can sit there and have intimate conversation about the fact that your father passed. So you couldn't have a conversation with him about how he feels about black women. That doesn't make sense. But
because he cares. Listen,
if he cared, he wouldn't go so hard.
You don't tell me how to do what I do. I got my psychology degree. You didn't. So
okay,
if you
but I did study psychology,
I've
so I
helped
know
more
the
people
difference.
than you. I've had more people say I've changed
course,
their life and
you're
saved
30
their
something.
life.
I'm only 25,
no, I'm actually
but I'm
40
very
something.
smart
But
and wise for my age.
The point is, do it your way. Don't tell me not to do it mine.
Of course. But I'm letting you know.
But I didn't care.
Go a whole different way about it.
But I don't care. You do it. If you know how to build a house better than me, you build it. Don't tell me to do it.
Okay, but I'm just letting you know if I'm on.
That's crazy too, because I feel like at the end of the day, if somebody's doing some stuff, for instance, this is my channel. You don't like how I do stuff. You want to come on here and talk mess to me. You want to say this and you want to say that. Well, guess what? YouTube allows you as a subscriber to get on your phone and record and upload. Do it better than me. You see what I'm saying? Do it better than me. You ain't even got to come at me. You can say, well, I don't like what you do. Okay, you don't like what I do. You do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me what to do. I'm a grown-up. So I'm going to handle my channel how I handle my channel. If you feel like I'm saying something wrong, then you go out there with your OnlyFans ass and load up some stuff that say something right. Uplift black women in. Because I don't believe uplifting black women mean to go get your Latino friend and get someone who hates black, dark-skinned women and have a threesome with them on OnlyFans. So I don't get it. No. That don't sound right to me.
Only time that I see if I'm going on my Instagram, that's exactly why I unfollowed you, because I don't see nothing else but black people that you post on your page.
So
you talk about no other race.
I don't care. Anybody that wants to follow me, unfollow me now. I will say that. You can't follow my bank account. I'm still rich, so I don't care.
It don't matter. Money don't make nobody.
No, apparently it does if you do the shit you saying you do for it.
Money don't make nobody.
You don't sit there and talk bad about the thing that you talked up. Jesus, why wouldn't someone listen?
Okay, so all right. So before I answer Adrian, she hit the money don't make nobody, but it does if you're doing the things that you do for it. You're spreading your, and mind you, I have no problem with that. That's your prerogative, but you are spreading your coochie wide open on OnlyFans for that cash, for a bag. You were going to have sex with somebody that you know don't like people your skin color and got a race complex, got a skin color complex. You were willing to have sex with her for a bag. So yeah, money does make somebody. To you, to her. But she was saying Adrian said she just wanted him to acknowledge the hate. Seems like she had a plan to embarrass or annoy him while on a live show. See, that's what I'm saying. That was planned. So and then like I said, I really don't, well, acknowledging the hate, to be honest with you, I feel like that was deceptive. Or that was a plan. Because I feel like you didn't have a problem with him saying these things before you was going to do that stuff on OnlyFans. Yeah, let me hurry up with this. This is taking long. I'm sorry, y'all. But she didn't have a problem with it before. So now she wants him to acknowledge it. That's my thing. That's why I don't understand. You didn't have no problem with this man saying whatever he was saying, because I'm pretty sure if you met him on IG, then I'm pretty sure his IG page said a lot of the stuff that he was saying on YouTube. So how do you want him to acknowledge it now? She had a plan the whole time. It was very planned out. And I don't really like that, because if you out here being genuine, you don't have to have a plan to embarrass somebody. That's how I kind of feel. But as you can see, his voice is getting a little bit raised more, because now he's getting more irritated. So now she's vexing him, right?
Listen to you when you say, I understand you don't like watching it. Don't watch it.
That's why
I don't like gay porn. I don't go around looking for it.
I voted you 2 weeks ago.
Okay, that's
I don't care. Jesus Christ. I don't give a fuck.
Obviously, you do.
You brought it up.
Obviously, you
brought it up.
Look at how much you're getting mad.
True, because you keep talking about it like I'm supposed to give a fuck. You unfollowed.
Obviously,
you
you
had to
care.
announce it.
You know I don't give a fuck.
You had to announce it, sir.
Of course, I'm going to announce it.
Okay, so my thing is, you said, I don't care, I don't give a fuck. But yet, you brought it up. So you do care and you do give a fuck. Unless it was just to get you out of your character. Unless it was just to embarrass or annoy him. It's either you give a fuck or you just want to embarrass or annoy him. So, what is it? Because now this looks childish. It's childish to me. Because honestly speaking, if I couldn't tell you that behind the scenes, why should I tell you that now unless I want a problem? That's no victim. That lady's not a victim. She's a 20-year-old and she likes wisdom. And then oh God, let me hurry up. Y'all. And I wanted to do a reading on it, but I already did a reading on this already. So I just have to do the reaction video, and then, yeah, I got to go ahead and do some stuff around the house real quick. Go back to family life.
That's a question.
You sound insane.
No, you sound insane.
You're bothered by what I post. I don't
And
give a shit
I
what you
unfollowed
post.
because I didn't want to see it no more.
Jesus Christ, she don't understand.
I understand 100%.
All right. Let me just mediate real fast.
I understand. Trust me. I understand.
Shay. Simply
I
put,
understand.
I will tell you this because I still follow him on Instagram. He makes fun of everybody.
No, he don't.
He does.
He don't.
He just pulled up a couple of posts.
Yeah, like, so whether he, I mean, I guess you can try to make an argument that he disproportionately insults black women more, makes jokes on them more, but he makes fun of everyone. And, this is kind of, the issue of, like, if you don't like content, just don't watch it, and that's it. You know what I mean?
And I unfollowed. That's why I don't watch it, but I just wanted to address him for it. I'm going to be honest. I didn't know he would.
Boom. If you don't like it, don't follow it. Then she goes, that's why I unfollowed him. But, so everything you said before the word but doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter that you unfollowed him. You still want to stay on the fact of what he said. So really, that's the lack of maturity and the lack of wisdom, because it does matter that you unfollowed him. That's an active statement of saying of showing that you don't want to listen to his content or look at his content, and you should have kept it as that. But the immaturity in you, and see, everything is fucked up from everything don't matter before the word but, because here's the real issue: the immaturity in you wanted to go back there to embarrass or annoy him, like Adrian said. So really, it's not about her having a vendetta against him about black people. It's not about black people. And then she about to tell on herself.
Will be here tonight. I always wanted to question him that. He texts my phone and asks me and check up on me just to make sure that I'm good, and I respect that. But I don't reply because I simply don't respect him more, because he's just the fact that what he posts on the gram, and it's just like, what you texting me for, and you do all this to try to play black women like they just always ignorant or don't fucking know shit. Like, you can't do that.
He cares. Think about it. Listen to what she
If you care, you wouldn't downplay it. If you care, you wouldn't downplay
player. He's trying to benefit in your image, though.
Can we just have this debate, please? Nobody else.
But you're not listening to me when I speak. You're telling me what I should be doing instead of asking me why I do it.
I asked you why.
And when I accept it, when I
asked you why, that was my first question.
Now,
So this is more than just about a race thing, because obviously one of them tried to chime in. One of the females did, and she's like, "Oh wait, can we just have this debate?" Like, you just got mad at this female real quick. What are you mad at her for? Because she's like, well, she said something. But you're coming on this platform about a conversation that y'all could have had behind closed doors or over the phone, and you're mad because the people that's at the table with you that are female want to say something. Oh, because they're not black. Okay. Or is it because, you know what?
what I'm saying, when I say, I ask you why, and when I ask you why, and when I ask you why,
and I ask you why. Continue.
All right. So Shay, simply put, he makes his content. You might not like how he disproportionately
And
makes
I
fun of black
unfollow.
women, but yeah, you have the right to do that. I mean,
It's facts.
yeah. So it's just a little, like,
They trying to wrap her argument up real quick. They just trying to let it go, and she just won't let it go. They are really trying to give her an exit. Like, okay, well, let it go. You said what you said. Let it go. It was a debate. Let it go. And she just won't let it go.
it's like it's like if you don't like something, just don't watch it.
I don't. That's why I unfollowed 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
I didn't
so-
want to see it, but I didn't know he would be here to ask him that question today.
okay, yeah, now they
You get what I'm saying?
She wanted clarity. All right, well,
That's
no,
it.
she doesn't.
I think that
She wants to be able to control the person. Because
I don't
when you
want to control
clarity,
it. I just
when
want to know
someone- if I
why.
wanted to
Exactly, Adrian. Exactly. That's exactly what that is. Childish ass shit. When I did a reading on her, she came up as the Page of Swords. That's childish. Pages are kids. She's 20. Then she also came up as the Queen of Swords in reverse. That's a bad position to be in as a woman. That means you like to argue. You like to lie. You like to say stuff without thinking. You like to go about things without thinking. You like to manipulate. You like to always be a victim. And if you cannot, and then usually the Queen of Swords in the reverse usually manipulate men. And when you cannot manipulate a man, you will victimize them by being a victim. And that's exactly what she was doing, being a victim. And that's why I don't respect her. I don't respect nobody who feels like she's in the right about anything. I don't respect him either because he ain't shit either. But I don't respect her as well.
to know why a girl didn't want to date me. If she says it, that's the answer. Not to argue with this girl as she states it. You don't tell her what you should do. No, you shouldn't.
Tommy
That
funny as
person is
fuck,
saying-
though. It's really funny as fuck because, like,
You get an answer to a question.
You know what? I would not even get into that
You got
subject.
an answer to a question. You asked, why do I quote?
Now they all trying to wrap it up. He even gave her an out. Like, look, you got an answer to a question. You gave me a question. I gave you the answer. You don't like the answer. That's because that's not what you wanted. Everybody else is like, well, look, to sum it all up, this is what it is. You just don't have to watch his content. Don't watch his content. She don't want to hear all that. She ready to fight.
I'm gonna get into
You
this
got an
so
answer.
bad, but I'm trying not to.
This is the most
Like,
ridiculous
let's be
shit in the
honest.
world.
He talk about so many black people on his platform, but this nigga was trying to fuck a bad bitch like me.
Oh, see, that's the truth now. The truth come out. It ain't about no black woman. It's about him trying to have sex with her. It's about that threesome they were supposed to have for OnlyFans. It was about the fact that she probably ain't get that money. See? It was never about a black woman. Not for her. She just used that black woman narrative to get people on her side. Just so she can say she got a problem with you because of the OnlyFans situation. That's what I'm saying. So, I gotta cut it short. But as you can see, that's exactly what happened. Because there's 2 minutes left on it. And look, the point is, she said all that. She rode that the whole time just to tell us that he was trying to fuck. That's what she wanted to say. She don't care about black women. So if y'all black women, as in my skin color of black women, because I'm not no light skinned girl. If y'all are racing to her defense, just know you're racing to her defense just for her to tell you that she was supposed to be fucking Tommy Sotomayor. Even though she knew that his rhetoric is against people her skin color, women of her skin color. So it's not really about race. I'm tired of y'all doing this race bait and stuff. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it on YouTube. I'm tired of it in real life. I'm tired of all of it because it's all crazy. She done did all this just to tell us he wanted to fuck. If there ain't no childish ass shit, she could have just said that off bucks and never had anything to say about black women because she didn't care what he said before that incident. She only started caring when she couldn't get her money and her light-skinned friend got her money and she didn't get her money. Child. But that's what I got to say for y'all. I just wanted y'all to just hear this because that's a mess. That's some Decepticon stuff. And I just want y'all to just stop being triggered by these race conversations because only thing it's doing is that they're only using it. It's like a whistleblow. It's like trauma bonding, manipulating, all types of stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong. He is a bad person. As in, like, he's damaged goods. He has a problem with women in general, particularly black women, because he has trauma. But, he has a platform and a group of people that believe in what he says. At that point, you can control, alter, delete. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got to follow him. But y'all choose to because something deep inside of y'all want to be insulted. Wants to be. But that's a whole nother story for a different day, y'all. But I just wanted to basically do this whole video just to show y'all what I was seeing. And just, leave a comment and tell me how y'all feel. Because I feel like she said all this black power, rah-rah, soul sister stuff just to tell us she had sex with him. But go ahead. Go off, sis. But anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. I love y'all. Peace. I got to go.